Good evening, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. We're going to have our Thanksgiving dinner in a few. But before that, let me talk a little bit. Every November, the United States celebrates its biggest celebration of the year, Thanksgiving Day, a national holiday when families come together from around the country to share mom's juicy, yummy turkey, grandmom's pumpkin pie, and enjoy the food together. Enjoy Macy's biggest parades and watch American football. It falls on the fourth Thursday of November. The traditional Thanksgiving meal revolves around the turkey, which is the crescendo of the Thanksgiving dinner. But to be honest, it was not in the first Thanksgiving though. Also, stuffings, vegetables, fruits, seafoods, mashed potato, cranberry sauce, and definitely wine. It was originally celebrated as a day of giving thanks to God for the blessing of the harvest and the preceding year. Let's talk about Thanksgiving. Let's discuss how we enjoy. Let's go back to the history a bit. In September 1620, a small ship called Mayflower left Plymouth, England, carrying 102 passengers, an assortment of religious separatists seeking a new home where they could freely practice their faith and land ownership in the new world. We have our guest in our studio. We're going to share our feeling and how we are thankful to God or thankful to the people around, how we celebrate it in this day of Thanksgiving. We're going to share and we're going to talk. Our guest here, we see that there are many guests here of the community people. Right. From my right side, Mr. Mohammed N. Majumdar, first Vice Chairman, Community Planning Board 9. Then we have Rexona Majumdar, Judicial Delegate, New York State Assembly District 87. We have with us Kaji Arjumanara, Joint Secretary, Bangladesh American Women Association. We have Janisar Ahmed, Special Correspondent for Millennium Television. And also we have from my left side, I have Aldo Rafael Perez, founder of New York Neighborhood Unity Alliance. Am I right?
Unity Alliance.
Unity Alliance. We have Binte A. Diop, founder JCBS Global, and she's an African community advocate. Thank you for being here with us. We have Ambia Antora, President of Empowering Development Project New York. Thank you everybody for being with me and being with us. We're going to speak both in Bengali and English here. We're going to share our feeling. We're going to express how we celebrate and how we enjoy it. First, Mohammad Majumdar Bhai, how are you today?
Good. Good.
Thank you for being with us. I'm going to ask you, you know that you are doing many community activities in Bangladeshi community and along with other communities. আপনি কিভাবে মনে করেন যে বাংলাদেশি পিপল এটা সেলিব্রেট করে আপনি কিভাবে সেলিব্রেট করেন with other people? Do you celebrate it first?
Yes. Let me answer this way. We are adopting a culture. We are in the process of assimilation from different country.
আচ্ছা.
So in this country, in my view, there are so many good things. We should adopt the good thing.
Exactly.
And avoid the things that is not matching with our culture, norms, values, and religion.
Thanksgiving তো সবার জন্যই আসলে.
Thanksgiving is the thing that I really feel.
Exactly.
It's a good thing. You're thanking to the Creator, your God or Allah, whoever you believe in, for the harvest, the originality of it,
the blessings.
and blessings. So, I like to just say like this: it is a good thing. The family get together, appreciate each other. Grandma cooks or mom cooks for all children. Get together. This is a very wonderful thing. So, as the result of good feeling from this year, my organization, Bangladesh American Community Council, we are merging our feeling, our dedication to the mainstream, as an appreciation to what we have in here. We are giving away turkeys.
Oh, that's
in fact,
great.
today at 3:30 to 4 p.m., I will be giving away a lots of turkey, and the people from different parts of the city will come and pick
Different
up.
community.
Yeah, community.
Pick up your
and it's
turkey.
open to all on a first come first service basis. And at the end of our giving, whatever left over, we'll give it to the soup kitchen. So this is a good beginning. Bangladeshi American involvement.
Merging with the mainstream.
Merging with
That's very good.
And this year also, during the time of Qurban,
We did
Eid
it.
al-Azha, we distribute like you was part of it. Aldo was part of it. I think most of us was there. This is a good thing that we must care. One community must care the other community.
Basically,
And
we are
must
thankful
show-
to each other.
Yeah,
being
especially
together.
the most important thing. our greatness, the Islam's greatness,
Exactly,
that
giving.
we giving,
Sharing
we
and
love
giving.
each other, we sharing and caring people,
Exactly.
and I think this is an opportunity for each and everybody to thanks to their
the other
loved one.
people, exactly.
You know, I want to thanks to my wife, my mom, my parents,
The
the
family,
government.
friends,
Yeah, this is
everybody.
the right day, and we at that night will be sitting together. And thankfully, it's
Exactly.
nothing
Nothing wrong,
unusual,
exactly.
nothing wrong with the religiously.
Exactly.
Just thanking you. Everybody have to be grateful. In
Exactly.
our religion, you must be grateful to everything that you have, and gratefulness is the key.
Exactly. We have to be grateful for everything we have. This is the ultimate thing. And thank you that আমি এটা শুনলাম যে আপনার কাছ থেকে যে আপনি টার্কি গিভঅ্যাওয়ে একটা অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্ট করেছেন। দিস ইজ ভেরি গুড দ্যাট আমরা শেয়ার করতেছি আমাদের ফিলিংসটাকে আমরা শেয়ার করতেছি আবার অন্যদের সাথে অল দ্য কমিউনিটি পিপল আফ্রো আমেরিকান আফ্রিকান স্প্যানিক হোয়াইট আমেরিকান এভরিবডি উই আর এনজয়িং দিস ইজ এ ন্যাশনাল থিং সো উই ক্যান সেলিব্রেট টুগেদার উই ক্যান শেয়ার আওয়ার ফিলিং দ্যাটস এ গ্রেট থিং
Thank you.
থ্যাংক ইউ ফর দ্য
Thank you.
আইডিয়া
One announcement for 5 seconds. You or whoever listening to it, please come to 1222 White Plains Road today from 3:30 to 4. And on the as we say, we'll give you turkey, and turkey will come from halal premium restaurant. So it's good for all. So you can, without any hesitation,
Any
please
restriction,
come.
yep.
We'll give it to you.
That's very good.
1222 White Plains Road, very close to Parkchester train station.
আমার মনে হয় এটা খুব ভালো একটা উদ্যোগ এটা একটা খুব ভালো একটা উদার নীতি একটা খুব একটা ভালো জিনিস যেটা আমরা সবার সাথে শেয়ার করতে পারছি এবং আমরা যে এটা আমরা আমেরিকান কালচারের সাথে যে আমরা ইন্টিমিডিয়েটেড আমরা যে নিজেদেরকে ব্লেন্ডিং করতে পারছি এটার জন্য একটা ভালো একটা অপরচুনিটি আই থিংক উই অল শুড পার্টিসিপেট ইন দ্যাট কাইন্ড অফ ইভেন্টস এন্ড দিস ইজ ভেরি গুড
And thank you for putting together such a wonderful forum, diverse forum, and this is how we promote our agenda.
থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ আমি আসছি রেক্সোনা মজুমদারের কাছে আমি জানি যে আপনি ইউ আর কমিউনিটি অর্গানাইজার টু ইউ হ্যাভ এ অর্গানাইজেশন বাংলাদেশ আমেরিকান উইমেন অ্যাসোসিয়েশন হাউ ইউ আপনি দেশে অনেক দিন আছেন হাউ ইউ ওয়ান্ট সে দ্যাট ইউ আর ডু ইউ সেলিব্রেট থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং
ইয়েস আমি সেলিব্রেট করি আমরা ইউজুয়ালি আমার
আচ্ছা।
অনেক আগে থেকে আজকে 7-8 বছর আগে থেকে আমার ছোট বোন ইউজুয়ালি করতো
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা
ফ্যামিলিগতভাবে ওয়ারিস করতো অনেক সুন্দর সামহাউ
এটা আসলে ফ্যামিলি ডিনার এটা আসলে বেসিক্যালি হ্যাঁ
এখন আমার আম্মু কন্টিনিউ করে উনি বিরিয়ানি পাকায় আমি টর্কিটা করি বা আপেল পাই করা হয়
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা দ্যাটস গুড সো দেখা যাচ্ছে যে আমরা আসলে জিনিসটা এনজয় করছি আমরা
এনজয় করছি আমাদের লাইক আমার বোনের ছেলের পিচিরা আছে ভাইরা আছে আমার
সবাই
ছেলে,
আছে।
সবাই বসি একই টেবিলে সবাই ছুটি পাওয়া যায় ওই দিন
এক্স্যাক্টলি
পুরো
এরকম তো হয় না সাধারণত
হয় না,
আমরা দেখা যায় যে
সবসময় তো
বছরের অন্য সময়গুলোতে এরকম
কারো
হচ্ছে না
ক্লাস থাকে কলেজ থাকে স্কুল থাকে জব বাট ওই দিনটা আসলে থ্যাঙ্কসফুল আমরা সবাই একসাথে হই
দ্যাটস গুড এটা হচ্ছে
Dinner
মেইন
table-এ।
থিম থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং এর যে সবাই একসাথে একই ডিনারে যেটা আমেরিকান স্টাইল মানে আমেরিকান একটা কালচারাল যে বিগেস্ট সেলিব্রেশন ইন আমেরিকা ইভেন বিগার দ্যান ক্রিসমাস যে সবাই এক টেবিলে বসলো সবাই একসাথে মিলে খাবার শেয়ার করছে ভালোবাসা শেয়ার করছে দ্যাটস ভেরি গ্রেট আপনার অনেকজন ফ্যামিলি মেম্বার এখানে আছেন আপনারা এখানে
হ্যাঁ, আমাদের অলমোস্ট আছে আমরা বেশ
আচ্ছা।
15-20 জন একসাথে
And you
বসে
enjoy
enjoy
together.
together.
That's good.
ওই দিনের জন্য আমরা ইয়ারলি একবার ওই দিন বা ঈদের দিন আমরা ওই দিনগুলোর জন্য আসলে অপেক্ষা করি ছুটি পাওয়ার
আচ্ছা
জন্য
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা দ্যাটস
রিয়েলি এনজয় আমরা
really
আম্মু অনেক
enjoy.
এনজয় করি কুক করে নাতিরা আসবে মেয়ের জামাইরা আসবে খাবে।
এটাই কিন্তু আসলে থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং এর মেইন থিম যে সবাই মিলে একসাথে শেয়ার করবে এই জন্য অপেক্ষা করে আমেরিকাতে দেখা যায় যে দূর দূরান্ত থেকে কেউ অনেক দূরে একটা স্টেটে কেউ নিউ ইয়র্কে বাস করছে কেউ অ্যারিজোনাতে বাস করছে বাট থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং এর টাইমে মা যেখানে থাকে বা ফ্যামিলির মেইন পিপল যেখানে থাকে ওখানে সবাই ছুটে যায় এই 4 দিন যে বন্ধ পাওয়া যায় ওখানে গিয়ে যে মায়ের হাতের যে খাবারটা খাওয়া যাবে নানির হাতে দাদির হাতে এটা একটা মজাদার একটা ব্যাপার আমাদের দেশেও থাকে আমাদের কালচারেও আছে যে শীত পড়লে আমরা দেখা যায় যে আমরা নানির বাড়িতে বা দাদির বাড়িতে চলে যাই পিঠা খাবো রসের পিঠা এই ধরনের একটা ব্যাপার
এই
তাই
ধরনের
না?
একটা
খুব একটা
আনন্দ,
মজা
হ্যাঁ।
হ্যাঁ দিস ইজ আমি চলে যাই আরজুয়ার কাছে আপনি আমাকে বলেন আপনি কত বছর আছেন এই দেশে
আমি আছি অলমোস্ট 18 ইয়ার্স
Oh, that's a long time. So you're almost like, mingled with all the cultural activities and everything. আমি তো মনে করি যে আমরা যখন একটা দেশে বাস করি তখন সে দেশের কালচারগুলোকে অ্যাবজর্ব করে নেই আমাদের মধ্যে মিলে যায় নিশ্চয়ই আপনি কি সেলিব্রেট করেন থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং
হ্যাঁ আমি সেলিব্রেট করি আমি আমার থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং আমি আমার প্রথম লাইফের এক্সপিরিয়েন্সটা বলি
হ্যাঁ।
লাইক আমি যখন 1998 এ আসছি তখন আমি লাইক হলিডে আসছে যে 1998 এ তো থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং এ সবার বন্ধ থাকবে স্কুল থাকবে না আমার কাজ থাকবে না সো আমি এক্সাইটেড যে থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং আসলে কি
আচ্ছা।
আমি যখন দেশে ছিলাম তখন
88 এর কথা বলছেন আপনি?
1998 এর কথা
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা
তো আমার বড় ভাবি তারপর আমাদের সবাই আত্মীয় স্বজন যারা ছিল তাদের বাসায় মানে বেশ বড় আকারের একটা থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং বেক করেছে।
আচ্ছা।
সাথে অনেক ধরনের যা যা হয় থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং এর ম্যাশ
সবকিছু রান্না করা হয়েছে, আচ্ছা।
তারপরে পামকিন পাই।
হ্যাঁ।
তো আমি টেস্ট করেছি যে ইজ লাইক টেস্ট ইজ লাইক চিকেন হোয়াইট মিট। তো যে বড় আকারের টার্কি আমি দেখে এক্সাইটেড হয়ে গেছি, এত বড় মুরগি কিভাবে হয় টার্কি। সো এন্ড আমরা প্রতি বছরই অলমোস্ট প্রতি বছরই করি। আর আমার সব ফ্যামিলির লোকজন এখানে থাকে, যারা কাছাকাছি থাকে একসঙ্গে হই। কোনো বছর যদি ফ্যামিলি সবাই একসঙ্গে না হতে পারি, that's the immigrant country, like family সবাই তো আর থাকে না, ফ্রেন্ড থাকে, so we get together, all friends we get together, make a turkey, make a one dish party.
মানে দেখা যাচ্ছে যে আমরা সবাই পছন্দ করছি জিনিসটা উপভোগ করতে।
সেটাই। সবচেয়ে বড় কথা হলো যে স্কুল থাকে না, বাচ্চারা এক্সাইটেড থাকে, মানে টার্কি খাবে, এটা লাইক ট্র্যাডিশনাল। যদিও আমরা লাইক বাঙালি কালচারের, আমাদের দেশে
কিন্তু কোনো অসুবিধা হচ্ছে না আমাদের এটা সেলিব্রেট করতে।
এখানে আছে, ডেফিনেটলি আমরা এটা সেলিব্রেট করব।
এক্স্যাক্টলি।
হ্যাঁ, আর উই এনজয় লট।
এক্স্যাক্টলি। আপনার অনেক ফ্যামিলি মেম্বার কি এখানে আছেন এদেশে?
হ্যাঁ, আমার সব ফ্যামিলি মেম্বার, আমার ভাই বোনেরা সবাই।
তাহলে তো আপনার জন্য অনেক আনন্দ ঘন একটা সময় আসে নিশ্চয়ই। যেমন আমাদের ঈদের সময় অনেক সময় ছুটি পাওয়া যায় না, বাট থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং এ তো ছুটি থাকেই,
পাওয়া যায়। হ্যাঁ, মানে আমার এখন তো ঈদে বন্ধ দিচ্ছে গভর্নমেন্ট, আগে তো ছিল না। সো এটা তো ন্যাশনাল একটা হলিডে, ন্যাশনাল হলিডে, সবারই বন্ধ থাকে। সো এক্সাইটেড থাকি, মানে কখন আমরা সবাই ভাই বোনেরা একসঙ্গে হব। হ্যাঁ, এটা ইটস গ্রেট।
অফ কোর্স। আপনার ছেলেমেয়েরা আছে নিশ্চয়ই?
হ্যাঁ, আমার এক ছেলে।
ওরা তো নিশ্চয়ই আরো বেশি আমেরিকান কালচারের সাথে মিঙ্গল আরো পছন্দ করবে জিনিসটা। আচ্ছা, আপনার সাথে কি তারা রান্না বান্নাতে সাহায্য করে? আপনার মেয়ে?
আমার মেয়ে তো অনেক হেল্প করে আমাকে। I mean, thank you to Allah. I mean, আমার মেয়েকে আমাকে দিয়েছে। I mean, she is very helpful. I'm proud of her.
Exactly.
And my husband too.
Exactly.
My son.
Yeah, these are the reasons we are thankful to God and thankful to everybody.
এটা হলো যে আমরা ন্যাশনাল হলিডে যেহেতু আমরা সবাই মানে বন্ধ পাচ্ছি, এটাকে সেলিব্রেট করা হলো যে আমাদের গেট টুগেদার করা। এটা the all family people get together, they close হয়, each other talk করে,
সবার খাবারটা একজন শেয়ার করছে।
That's good. It's very enjoyable. Yeah.
Thank you, Arju, আমাদের সাথে থাকার জন্য। আমি যাচ্ছি জেনিসার আহমেদ। You are from Pakistan?
No, I think I'm a New Yorker.
Exactly. That's the main thing. I mean, we have this beauty. I mean, I can feel.
Where you from? Hey man, I'm a New Yorker.
This is like now. I mean, this is a very beautiful thing you picked. We are here for different national people from different nationality, and I think this is the beauty of it. Beauty of New York is a melting pot.
Exactly.
We all are here. We are American. We are New Yorker. We are American. This is a great place. I think there is no other place in the world like New York. It's like so great.
Exactly. That's the beauty of New York. You go out on the subway. You go out.
I even like
market,
subway.
You'll
crowd.
find people from virtually every ethnicity.
Exactly.
And there's a tremendous amount of respect.
Exactly.
Anybody has this inclusivity within themselves. That this is a country, this is particularly a city of immigrants.
Exactly.
And you have to be all inclusive. There's unity and diversity, and that's the city where you love to hang out with friends.
Any kind of people.
It's a mosaic.
Exactly.
If I may call it correctly. And talking about Thanksgiving.
Do you celebrate it?
Oh, let me tell you what Thanksgiving is all about. Honestly, when I was back in my country, I kept hearing about Thanksgiving. People are celebrating Thanksgiving, this and that.
And you used to hear that from back in country?
Yeah, because our culture is of course different, and but I was like reading the newspapers and watching the media and all that, and I would come to know about Thanksgiving. But when I came and when I had the chance to come over here.
By the way, when did you come? How many years?
I was able to celebrate Thanksgiving with my family and friends, and ultimately I realized that why people celebrate this day is not for the fun of having a turkey and having friends come over to your house and eating, and then going back to your homes. And it's about giving thanks to the Almighty and to your
Exactly.
countrymen for this great country
Exactly.
and for the great people that are around you. You cannot thank that's the whole philosophy behind Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
I happened to saw a movie of it's based on a Dickens novel, Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol, I saw
So
that
it's
movie.
it's based on there's this character who's Scrooge. He's very miserly and doesn't give money to his friends and associates. But towards the end of the movie, something happens to his soul, and he goes out and buys a turkey and gives it to one of his associates who's very poor and who has a very large family. And so the son of that clerk, he receives that turkey, and then whole house is in celebration that, hey mom, we've got this turkey and now we can celebrate. We were poor, we were never going to have this turkey for ourselves, but now look, somebody gave us this turkey.
Exactly. This is
and the whole
sharing.
house is in is in celebration. And it turns out that it's the same old Scrooge who gives that turkey to his poor associate. So that's the spirit. You have, listen.
I mean, I have a feeling that, like, when I receive something, when I get something, I have tremendous joy. But when I give something, I feel more better.
Yeah,
I feel more joyous.
now that's
Yeah,
because
see?
you are a positive human being.
Exactly.
That's how you were brought up. That's how your this is what shows your upbringing. My message on this day is that you have to appreciate that
Yeah.
you are in this country,
Of course.
where people they can do virtually anything for you.
Exactly.
You can get a smile while
This
walking
is
on
not
the
just
street.
a talk.
Nobody
I
is-
feel that. I feel that the
so-
people are great
so
here.
the whole idea behind Thanksgiving is to be appreciative. You have, listen, I tell you, my viewers, I know I have a very, this network is watched all around the world. The moment you stop appreciating what God has, what you have been given,
You will
what you've
stop
been
getting
endowed with,
anything. Yep.
that's the moment when something within you dies. You cease to be a human being and you cease to enjoy life. So whatever you have, be thankful for it
Exactly. Sure.
and be good to others.
Of
Thank you.
course. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jenny sir. You see, be thankful for whatever you have. You will end up having more. If you concentrate on what you do not have, you will never ever have enough. I mean, if you are not
True.
appreciative, then I don't think you will be satisfied ever. You will be thankful. If you are not thankful, you will never get anything to satisfy yourself. That's nice. That's the main theme. Thank you again for
Oh,
being.
thank you. Pleasure talking to you. All of you.
Thank you so much, Aldo. I know that you work with our community. I saw you in different community events, cultural events with us. You always with us. You are here how many years in the United States?
I was born here.
Oh, you were born. Oh, that's great. So you know the history more than of course we you know it and you've absorbed it more than us. I guess I am here for 10 years. So tell me about the history. How it begins? How it began?
Well, I will explain to you. There's two aspects of Thanksgiving that we have. One is the American side of Thanksgiving, and also the Puerto Rican side. I'm Puerto Rican, so for us,
You guys celebrated back there in Puerto Rico?
actually we celebrate Thanksgiving every Sunday.
Sunday.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, because every Sunday after.
I knew that only in Canada and United States
No,
celebrate.
and actually, in we have something similar to Thanksgiving in Puerto Rico, because every Sunday all the families get together and they eat dinner together and they do the best arroz con gandule. But I want to get back to Thanksgiving. Now, Thanksgiving here in the United States, it's been
Let me interrupt. Do you guys sit together, eat together every Sunday here also, Puerto Rican families?
Yes, many families here are accustomed to. Now, our newly generation, they're getting away from it because they're either in college or they're in business and stuff like that. But it's still traditionally, especially if grandma and grandpa are still
Exactly.
alive.
Yep, that's
th-
great.
If they're still coming.
I
on.
lost both of them, and I feel like how it feels to lose it, how it feels to get
Yeah.
them. They are the precious thing.
Yeah. So that's what we want to do. We want to keep those traditions still alive. But Thanksgiving is a holiday that, while it has its history, its ample significance must not be ignored, and that is actually the alms of giving, the alms of appreciation. You know, Islam, as a Muslim, as a practicing Muslim, you know, we have tendency sometimes of not understanding the holidays when we migrate to other countries. But they also have to understand that other countries also have the same themes of Thanksgiving. Yesterday was a wonderful day because yesterday was actually a celebration that they have in Senegal, which is very similar to Thanksgiving. And I was with the sister Binta Diop, and we celebrated the day of a sheikh by the name of Ahmed Bamba, in which he taught, this sheikh actually taught of dhikratullah, the remembrance of Allah. He taught about being proud of of who you are, and this is the significance that Thanksgiving had, also with the Native Americans, the Native Indians, and also with the migration of Plymouth Rock, the people from Plymouth when they landed in Plymouth. But we have to understand also that Thanksgiving is much more, especially in times of now, when immigrants are coming to this country and they're being disadvantaged because of some minute thing of new legislation. But we have to also be thankful of the traditions of our own country.
Exactly.
And we need to combine the traditions of not only this country, but the traditions of our country to have an identity. The identity of our people identifies the greatness of this country.
Exactly. I mean, this made the country great, that we all have different kind. No, I don't think that any other country has this kind of beauty, that all kind of people come here and make them their own country. But if you go back to the history, do you think that time what happened? The people came from England.
For the freedom, the same freedoms that actually many Muslims come to this country for. You see, let me explain something to you. In many Islamic countries that we have in Muslims, people actually can't really actually practice Islam. Right now, we have a group called ISIS, and we have other groups that are actually stopping us from practicing Islam.
Exactly.
And
right Islam. Right
so
to practice.
we as Muslims must also take that example of Thanksgiving, of why they came for. You know, when they came to this country, came from
for the religious
religious
practice
persecution.
there. Exactly.
The religious persecution that they had, because they wanted to express the context of their beliefs. So they came here.
They are not Christians?
They were Christians. Okay, no, I'm not saying they're Christians. They called people of the book. They came here to practice their faith. But what we have to do is take that example. Also, the Muslims have to take that example.
Exactly.
You know, that they came here also. They have come here to practice their faith. You got to understand, in Egypt and in other countries, in Saudi and everything, they have to actually go and get the imams have to go to get the khutbah from the government. They can't actually freely say what they want to say. Here the imams, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, they can actually say what they want to say. They can say the Quran, and they can speak about the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So these examples is very great, and this is the things that we have to give thanks for while we are here in this country. Now, is it one day a year we should do it? Alhamdulillah, they have one day a year. We Muslims, we do it every day. We say Alhamdulillah.
Exactly.
And we
but
give
this
thanks.
is just a celebration.
But this is a celebration, and this is a celebration. And if we as Muslims going to use this transparency, we should use this transparency to cultivate our cultures together of Thanksgiving.
Right.
And we should take this advantage also to invite, as a form of dawah, non-Muslims, Christians, Jews, Hindus, Buddhists. We should invite them to our houses.
Of course.
You know,
I
on
believe
this
that
day.
too.
We shouldn't take it as a day as the example of the holiday of its history of a negative pack of history, but use it as a way of dawah. This is what I'm saying. I'm not a sheikh, I'm not an imam, you know, but we should use the examples of holidays in the United States also to cultivate dawah, moments of dawah.
When it started in 1621, in history says, when it started there, when the Plymouth people and the Native Americans, the Wampanoag Native American people, they have the feast together. That's when the Thanksgiving started. They had the feast together. They have celebrated it together, the harvest. But it was not traditionally celebrated after that every year. I think this is Abraham Lincoln who proclaimed that the practice of celebrating Thanksgiving from 1863 maybe. So from there, we're celebrating it every day, every year,
year.
4th November.
And we have one of the largest parades in New York City, and we've got to
Exactly.
take advantage of those things. We got to go visit those
you,
things.
you joined the parade?
I've joined the parade many times. If you know,
Wow.
you know, I work a lot with a lot of city agencies, and I work a lot with governments. I've been and I walked in the parade as a
And
Muslim.
the
and I-
Macy's
Macy's Day Parade, and I walked in. There's not a parade in New York City I haven't walked in. So I've been fortunate. But one of the things that I like so much is the cultivating that is in the past 10 years has this cultivated. Because in the past 10 years, we've had Thanksgiving. I've been invited to many Thanksgiving dinners. You know, the example of the Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was that if you're invited to a feast, you must attend it.
Of course.
You can't deny it. You have to attend it. So we, over the years,
It's good to receive.
it's good to receive. So
Yeah.
what we have to do now is, you're invited, invite, and also invite them to your event. So let's make this a day of Thanksgiving, but not only because we're here in this country and we have the opportunities now to be Muslims, but also the opportunity that we can actually be thankful that we're getting to know one another. That
Exactly,
we have
that's the big thing.
transparency. That we're here with the sister Binta, who's actually from Senegal. And when you get to learn her culture and you combine your culture.
That's good that we are knowing multiple cultures. Back in our country, we used to be stick with one, but now we know all the people, all their minds, all their thinking. This is so very good.
And the good thing about it is that the way I like it, and I don't want you to take it, is the food.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but when we mix cultures together, I can get a little
We're
bit
going to come
of
to the food again.
Yeah.
We're going to have the elaborated discussion.
Yeah.
দর্শক কথা বলছি থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং নিয়ে। আমরা ডিনার করছি থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং এর। আমরা ছোট্ট একটা বিরতি নেব। বিজ্ঞাপন বিরতির পরে আবার ফিরে আসবো থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং আলোচনায়। আমাদের সাথে থাকেন। Welcome back to Thanksgiving dinner. We are talking about Thanksgiving, how we celebrate it, how we enjoy it, how we give thanks to others. I'm going to go to Binta Diop. Sister, you're here how many years?
Well, I've been here for a total of 14, 15 years. I
Oh,
came when I was 18.
that's a very
yeah.
good amount of time.
It is.
Did you have any? I know that you are working for the African community. You're an advocate for the African community, but did you? So you work with the people, so that I can have a feeling. So, did you ever have a chance to mingle with any Native American? Did you see any? Or did you talk to any?
Well, the great thing is that thank you, first of all, for having us here. This is such an amazing plateau you have put in together, as Mr. Majumbe just said earlier. I think when you come here as a young girl in the United States, part of you were born and raised in another country. So some of the values of that country will remain with you. But you become a woman.
Exactly.
You become a lady. You become a leader in this great country of the United States. And I think that
Let me interrupt. Do you think that this country is much more? This country is giving you much more freedom to speak than your one. I'm not saying it in a bad way, but
No.
this country is better to express your thoughts and feelings, and
Well,
you have the
I
opportunity
tend
to
to
talk.
disagree with that sometimes. The reason is that because I travel a lot between the two countries now. And if you know a little history about Senegal, everybody knows that it's a matriarchal country where the woman takes in charge fully. In Senegal, you would see that most of the history were made by queens. You know, Muslim women, like we have a great lady whose name is Jariatullah. So I think that it's innate in all of us. And I've had a chance to really work with the Bangladeshi community. I've seen that. My mom used to say that the best decision was made in the bedroom because the husband, who is the leader in the community,
Exactly.
had to consult the wife.
Exactly.
So
We have
at the
to-
end of the day, the
True.
wife made that decision.
I was talking about it in some event yesterday. Like, that we have to value women more. We value, but we have to focus more on their needs.
Accomplishments,
So exactly, the
And
accomplishments.
that's very interesting. So being in the United States only enhanced it, but it was there.
Exactly.
Right? So coming here as a young person really allowed me to live the traditions of the American traditions. And like you said, I was fortunate enough to be in Catawba County, which is in South Carolina, where when I came there,
Catawba County?
Catawba County. It's
Is this a Native American town?
It's a Native American town. It's in South Carolina. That's where I went to college at Winthrop University.
Wow.
And I remember my first years being there. The first celebration I made was Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Because I arrived there in September, and in November they had Thanksgiving. And I remember at the college they just called us, and I received this card that says, "Come in, we have a dinner."
Who sent you the card?
It was the university actually.
University people.
Yes,
Okay.
you have to come into this dinner that we have. It's going to be in a huge hallway, and you can dress up as an immigrant, or you can dress up as a native Indian. I was an immigrant, so I dressed up as an African because that's how
Whatever
I
you want to do, yeah.
That's how I understood it. But when I went to the feast,
Oh, so they asked you to dress up like you're
as an
Indian?
immigrant,
Okay.
for me, an immigrant was me,
Exactly.
just being African.
Being African.
So when we went, I saw people who was dressed up with, I think they had the blazers, they had the dresses, they had the beautiful Englishman styles dresses, and
Oh,
then
wow.
they had the capes, and then some people had the corsets.
Wow.
You know, and then
That's a
I saw-
colorful one.
Beautiful. It was a beautiful event. And then on the other side, I saw the Native Americans who had the feathers, who had
So
the
the
paintings.
university people invited them too.
Everybody.
Everybody.
In South Carolina, that's how they celebrate it. Like they invite the natives, they invite the immigrants.
Whoa.
And the immigrants, they take them from the university because they do have a large population of international students. So we were there. I had
Wow.
one of my great friends. She was from Bangladesh. Her name was Rahina Khan. You know, she was wearing the beautiful traditional dress. And we shared the meal, and we had a presentation about the pilgrims. Who were they? Why were they here? And just like Aldo said, the main reason why they were here is to seek religious freedom. So you see a little bit of that. But in the other end, you see another picture of accepting Allah's will
That's not
on
easy.
you. When that happened, you see the native Indians.
I think they are very great. Of course.
Beautiful, beautiful culture. When you get to see them, they have a ritual that they do every year. And that ritual is a circle where they sing their praises and they invite people. It's amazing. People don't know that the native Indians are striving for people to come towards them. I was invited to one of their ritual circles, and I forgot the name of that rituals they do, where the face paintings and everything, and just doing the songs and praises.
They do
and
the Thanksgiving at the same time? They celebrate it together?
Well, the Thanksgiving Day went out with the people, with the population. However, they have different services that they do inside the Catawba County reservation.
But then they invite other people.
They do invite other people.
Wow.
However, it's important to know that the United States government has allowed them to have reservations throughout the United States. In those reservations, it's tax-free, so they don't get taxed. I've seen, even with the cigarettes or a lot of things that people get taxed on, the Native Americans are not being taxed on that. Their land
They're not, they're tax-free for everything?
Yes. I
Okay.
mean, in quite honesty, this was their land.
Exactly.
But what I
True.
wanted to really highlight is that when you look at when Thanksgiving happened, when the pilgrims came off of the Mayflower, have to meet the native Indians, there is a lesson to be learned there, that you have to submit with Allah's will. And the greatest thing about Thanksgiving is that us as Muslims, we always live it, we always see it in the hardcore principles of Islam. Thomas Jefferson, when he was writing the constitutions of the United States, he referred to the Quran. So you see that the same principles that are in the constitutions of this great country is the same principles we're living in Islam. Giving thanks is an Islamic value.
Exactly.
So the Native Americans understood that very early, because when they came in, the first thing they know is to honor the traveler.
Exactly. I think they are very great. I don't think many of the countries will not accept the outsiders or immigrants so cordially. Here, when the first dinner happened in the 1621, one of the Native American came, and then he brought another person. His name is Squanto. He's very famous in the history.
Yes,
Squanto used to speak in English, and also he was captured by the English before, and then as sold as slave. But he taught the pilgrims how to fish, how to do the fishing, how to survive, how to do the cropping. The cultivation, how to save yourself from the poisonous trees and everything. So they are very, very, very great to me.
Exactly, and you touched on it. I'm so impressed that you did mention that, and I see that you're very knowledgeable, and it's very good when
Thank
you
you.
have a
Not that
knowledge
much.
on a subject that you invite people to discuss with. It just brings about the content of the show that you have. But that Squanto really has taught us about what we celebrate today. What we celebrate is gratefulness. It's also the fact that you can appreciate the traveler, as I was saying. In the Quran, Allah is teaching us to be mindful of the traveler, people who has lost. But also,
See,
it
yeah.
also shows loyalty. Because we really have to accept the fact that our ideas of Thanksgiving is not shared by everyone. Some people do accept Thanksgiving as a good feast, like it's a beautiful day to rejoice and feast. But in the other end, for the Native Americans, it's also a day of them for remembering the day they lost their land,
Exactly.
the day that
That's the
they were
painful part.
betrayed, the day that they welcomed strangers
And
between
they
them
teach, they
who
help
was
us.
harmful to them and pushed them away to the corners of America. So it's a day for us to remember to be loyal to one
Exactly.
another. It's a day for us to remember to give back to this country who opens their door to us. It's a day for us to also remember.
Not only they taught us how to, we taught the pilgrims how to survive.
in this
That's the
country.
greatness, and definitely that's a painful part too behind it.
Yeah.
But I hope, like of course, the U.S. government give them some facilities extra, as you say, the tax cut and everything. That's good things too. But yeah,
And I think one thing we ought to do as immigrants, because all of us here are immigrants.
Right.
That's the very nature of America. I think for this day, if you see an American Indian anywhere, this is your day.
Yeah.
At least one day of the year to
exactly.
appreciate them.
Yep.
I did it before. I made it a point to
Yeah,
go out
fortunate
and
enough,
seek
definitely.
them.
Yep.
You know, and they're welcoming. I know that they're very afraid because of the situation. They are very inclusive within their own community, but it's time for us to get out and find where a reservation is and go visit them
Sure.
and spend money on their reservation.
Exactly. We should all be thankful, and we are here for them actually. First people came and then we came later, so we should be thankful to them, and definitely we should be like whenever, as you said, whenever we see a Native American, if we see anywhere in this place, so we were gonna proceed to them and ask them wellness and everything, and we should be at least like share a smile. That's the main thing.
And I'm very glad that on your studio you have an image of the American Indians. It would be probably it could be considered as basic, but certain people, especially young kids, don't even know what they look
Exactly.
like. So it's a beautiful thing to share their culture.
Sure.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for being with us. I'll go to Ambia Antorapa. আপনি কেমন আছেন আজকে? আচ্ছা, আপনি কত বছর এখানে? আমি দেখেছি যে আপনি একটা অর্গানাইজেশন, আপনার একটা অর্গানাইজেশন আছে এখানে, এম্পাওয়ারিং ডেভেলপমেন্ট প্রজেক্ট। আপনি তাহলে আপনি বেশ কিছু কাজ করছেন, আপনি লেখালেখিও করেন আমি জানি। আপনি থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং কিভাবে দেখেন? আপনি কি সেলিব্রেট করেন?
থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিংটা এখানে আমি দেখলাম যেটা আমাকে প্রথম 2012 সালে দাওয়াত করেছিলেন জয়সি অ্যাডামস,
আচ্ছা
আফ্রিকান কমিউনিটি 125 স্ট্রিটে।
আচ্ছা
উনি জাস্ট দাওয়াত দিলেন যে আপনি আমার এখানে আসেন। তখন গেলাম, তো তখন দেখলাম বড় একটা টার্কিশ বিশাল করে সাদা। তখন আমি জানতে চাইলাম যে এটা কিভাবে, তখন উনি ব্যাখ্যা দিলেন, ওই ঘটনাগুলো বললেন যেগুলো পূর্বে সবাই বলা হয়েছে। তো আমার কাছে ভালো লাগলো যে এটা যে তৃপ্তির সাথে এই থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিংটা যে একটা ভালো কষ্ট সাধ্য করে কাজটা করে এই তারা থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিংটা জাতীয় পর্যায়ে নিয়ে আসছে, কারণ এটার পিছনে অনেক কিছু গুরুত্বপূর্ণ কাজ তারা সাকসেসফুল করে আসছে।
এক্স্যাক্টলি।
এটা আমার কাছে ভালো লাগলো। তখন প্রতি বছরই তখন আমার মনে হলো যে যখনই থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং আসে তখনই আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে আমি অনেক ভালো কোনো কাজ করছি এবং সাকসেস হয়েছি। আজকে থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং ডে আমি সবার সাথে যোগাযোগ করব, কথা বলবো, আত্মীয় স্বজন, শুভাকাঙ্ক্ষী সবার সাথে দেখা করব এবং টার্কিশ খাবো, আপেল পাই বানাবো, অনলাইনে দেখি কিভাবে বানাই।
That's great.
মনে মনে আনন্দ
I see
পাই
the
যে
recipe
আমি
too.
অনেক ভালো কিছু কাজ, অনেক কিছু কষ্ট করে সাধ্য করে আমি খুব ভালো কিছু করছি, এর জন্য থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং।
We should be thankful.
আমি থ্যাঙ্কসগিভিং ডে আমি এরকম
Exactly, sure. আমি মনে হয় যে আপনার কথাটা খুবই আন্তরিক লেগেছে আমার কাছে। আমরা সবাই শুড বি থ্যাঙ্কফুল টু দিস কান্ট্রি, শুড বি থ্যাঙ্কফুল টু দ্য পিপল অ্যারাউন্ড। দ্যাটস সো গ্রেট। আমি আবার আসছি, থ্যাংক ইউ অন্তরাপা আমাদের সাথে থাকবার জন্য। আমি জানি আপনি অনেক ভালো লেখালেখি করেন, আমার মনে হয় একটু সময় থাকলে আমরা সে বিষয়ে যেদিকে যেতাম, বাট আজকে আমাদের টাইমটা খুব ছোট হয়ে আসছে। আমার মনে হচ্ছে ডিসকাশনটা এত সুন্দর হচ্ছে যে আরো অনেকক্ষণ আমি এই ডিসকাশন আমি কন্টিনিউ করতে পারতাম, কিন্তু সময়টা একটা ব্যাপার। সো টাইম ইজ আ লিমিটেশন। সো I don't want to finish, but it has to be finished some point. I want to ask everybody why. I want to ask Mr. Mojumdar, who outside your family, who you are thankful to for any reason, anything that you are thankful for to a person. Who is he or she, and why you are thankful?
Of course, outside the family, if I would say someone that I do have a lot of respect, and because of who I am here, who I am, I would say Barry Silversworth, my employer, my boss, being so nice to me. I've been working for almost 19 years, and every day
Exactly.
I go home, come home from the job, smile, and this is, I think I'm very grateful to his forum, all of my supporting staff, and my colleagues, friends that who work with me for many, many years as a supportive. I would say they are the best
That's great.
outside the family.
Very good. To my understanding, he's maybe he's an immigrant too, or he was born here.
He's not an immigrant. His parents was an immigrant, but their family settled in Long Island for
That's
many,
good.
many years. Their brothers, sisters, wives, they're very well established. and
Exactly.
Very generous
Definitely.
people.
So we see that, like, we are. This is good that we are thankful to some people of other community, other culture. So this is how we share. Not only with you have to be thankful to Bangladeshi people, but you are thankful to some people. He's great, and he's from the other culture. That's good. That's great. Rexona Mojumdar, আপনি বলেন আমাদেরকে যে আপনার ফ্যামিলি একজনের কথা বলেন, আপনি ফ্যামিলির মধ্যে যার কাছে আপনি থ্যাঙ্কফুল আপনার জীবনের জন্য, বা আপনি
থ্যাঙ্কফুল তো অবশ্যই
তাকে।
আমার মা বাবার কাছে আমি অনেক থ্যাঙ্কফুল। তাছাড়াও আমি যে কমিউনিটির অনেক বন্ধু বান্ধব আছে তাদেরও থ্যাংক ইউ জানাতে চাই, সাথে আছে এখন বর্তমানে রিজেন্টলি আমি যে কাজ করছি ওখানে আমরা অনেক থ্যাংকস গিভিং বলেন, অনেক ক্রিসমাস, অনেক কিছু আমরা টুগেদার একটা ডিনার বসি বা পার্টি করি, ওগুলো অনেক এনজয় করি। থ্যাঙ্কফুল টু দেম, মাই এমপ্লয়ি।
That's good. That's very good. We have to be thankful to everybody around us. That's the main thing. আমি যাচ্ছি আরজুর কাছে। আপনার জীবনের সবচেয়ে, আমি জানি যে প্যারেন্টস আমাদের জীবনে অবশ্যই একটা বড় একটা অংশ, অনেক বেশি আমরা থ্যাঙ্কফুল থাকি আমাদের প্যারেন্টের কাছে। আপনার জীবনের জন্য সবচেয়ে ইম্পর্টেন্ট মানুষটা কি, এবং কেন আপনি থ্যাঙ্কফুল তার কাছে?
থ্যাংক ইউ নাহিদ। আমার জীবনের প্যারেন্টস, মা বাবা হলো সবচেয়ে, তুমি জানো আমার মাকে আমি লাস্ট করেছিলাম।
এক্স্যাক্টলি, আমি জানতে চাই তোমার মার সম্পর্কে তুমি বলো।
আমার মায়ের সম্পর্কে কথা বলার সাহস হয়তো বা আমার নাই, বাট আমার মা খুবই নামাজি ছিলেন, আন্তরিক ছিলেন, পরহেজগার ছিলেন। আমি ওনার কাছ থেকে, আমাদের অনেক ভাই বোন, 5 ভাই 3 বোন, আমাদেরকে কখনো আমার মা আমাদেরকে বলে নাই যে ঘুম থেকে উঠো, এটা করো, ওইটা করো। মানে তার আগে, মানে আমাদের বড় ভাই বোনদেরকে সে এমনভাবে, মানে স্কেজুয়ালভাবে মানুষ করেছে যে আমাদেরকে, আমরা যারা ছোট ছিলাম কখনো আমাদেরকে বলতে হয়নি। আমার ভাই বোনদেরকে দেখে আমরা ওভাবেই,
মানে she made the family in a orderly fashion, that একটা সুন্দর করে যে
schedule-টা এরকম ছিল যে তাদেরটা দেখে দেখে আমরা শিখেছি।
Exactly.
আমার কখনো মনে পড়ে না, এখন পর্যন্ত মনে পড়ে না যে আমার আম্মা কখনো আমাকে কোনো একটা ধমক দিয়েছে। হ্যাঁ, সে আমাদেরকে শাসন করতো, এমনভাবে শাসন করতো যে ধমক দিয়ে না। হ্যাঁ,
কিন্তু
আদর করে
শিখতে পারতো
শাসন
তোমরা।
করতো।
আচ্ছা, এই জন্য তুমি তোমার মার কাছে তো নিশ্চয়ই কৃতজ্ঞ।
হ্যাঁ, অফকোর্স। আমার আম্মা সবসময় বলতেন যে তুমি যা করবা অনেস্ট পথে থাকবা, তুমি 1 টাকা ইনকাম করবা সেটার জন্য শুকরিয়া আদায় করবা আল্লাহর কাছে 1000 বার।
এক্স্যাক্টলি।
হোয়াটএভার ইট ইজ, তুমি যে প্লেসে আছো সেটার জন্য আলহামদুলিল্লাহ বলবা, আল্লাহর কাছে সবসময় শুকরিয়া আদায় করবা। হ্যাঁ, দেখবা তোমার রাস্তা সবসময়।
Definitely, and I know that you are a very happy person too. And আপনাকে আপনার মা কি শিখিয়েছেন যে এই জন্য যে অন্যের প্রতি মানে থ্যাঙ্কফুল থাকার জন্য, ভালোবাসা জানানোর জন্য?
এটা আমার বাবাকেও দেখেছি। আমার বাবা খুবই ভালো মানুষ। আমি আরেকটা কথা বলতে চাচ্ছি এখানে, মানে আমাদের দেশে মানে ম্যান পাওয়ার কান্ট্রি বলতে পারো, রাইট? সবসময় মানে মেনরা মানে থাকে, কিন্তু আমি দেখেছি যে আমার আব্বা মানে এভরি সিঙ্গেল কাজের মধ্যে আমার আম্মাকে সাপোর্ট করত।
Oh, that's great.
হুম। আর তাদের মধ্যে আমি এত ভালোবাসা দেখেছি ইচ আদারকে। মানে আমার আম্মা সবসময় আমার আব্বাকে সাপোর্ট করতো, আমার আব্বা সবসময় আমার আম্মাকে সাপোর্ট করতো।
They're thankful to each other.
হ্যাঁ, ইচ আদার। আমি কখনো আমি দেখিনি যে তাদের মধ্যে কখনো ঝগড়াঝাটি হয়েছে। আমাদের হয়তো বা
That's great. That's very important. That's a lesson. Yep.
হ্যাঁ, আর সেই যে ভালোবাসা মানে ফ্যামিলির বন্ধন আমি আমার মা বাবার কাছ থেকে শিখেছি।
That's very important thing.
সকালবেলা ঘুম থেকে উঠতে হবে, টাইমলি এই কাজটা করতে হবে, ওইটা করতে হবে, মানে ইটস অলস লাইক দ্যাট, ইউ নো।
Of course.
অ্যান্ড আমার জীবনের সবচেয়ে আরেকটা ইম্পর্টেন্ট যে সবসময় আমি থ্যাংক ইউ দেই তার কাছে আমি অনেক আমার
কৃতজ্ঞ।
সবার বড় ভাই
আচ্ছা।
মজুমদার ভাই মনে হয় চিনেন। উনি এই দেশে অনেক আগে আসছেন, আমরা ইমিগ্রেন্ট হয়ে আসছি। আমার মা বাবার ভাইয়ের পর আমি তাকে সবচেয়ে বেশি শ্রদ্ধা করি আমার আজকের এই হ্যাপিনেসের জন্য।
অবশ্যই,
আমি
অবশ্যই।
কৃতজ্ঞ। উনিও অনেক অনেস্ট। তো ইউ নো দ্যাটস ফ্যামিলি ভ্যালু।
Of course.
মানে বড়দের কাছ থেকে
Yep.
মানে
আমরা শিখে আসি, exactly.
শিখতে হয় নাই। সবসময় বলেছে মানে আমার বড় ভাই মা বাবা সবসময় বলছে তুমি অন্য মানুষের জন্য করবা, হ্যাঁ তোমাকে কে দিল কি করেছে
এটা
সেটা
জানো,
কখনো
হ্যাঁ,
তুমি
of
দেখবে
course,
তুমি
proud
আদার
that.
পিপলের জন্য কি করছো
Doesn't matter,
এটা ইজ
yeah.
মোর
That matters.
স্যাটিসফ্যাকশন।
Of course.
তুমি তোমার নিজের মানে নিজের ভিতর থেকে তুমি
কি দিলা,
ভালো feel
কি দিতে
করবা।
পারা যায়, এটা
হ্যাঁ।
হচ্ছে বেশি
এবং
স্যাটিসফ্যাকশন।
মানে দেখবে যে ওই যে তুমি যে দিচ্ছ মানে আল্লাহ তোমাকে আদার ওয়াইতে দিচ্ছে। সেটা
Thank you, Arju. I would like to know from Jenny sir that who you are thankful to other than your family. Is there any person in your life that you are thankful to for your life, for your achievements?
Well, there is one person I will never forget my entire life, and he was my boss at Nation newspaper, Salim Bukhari.
Back in country?
Yeah, he is right now the group editor of the Nawaiwa Group. Why I like him and why I look up to him as a father figure, he had this tremendous sense of humor, and he was the kind of person who was respected all over the country and internationally for his journalistic writings, and he would appear on TV channels and all over the world. But when he came, he took over the Nation group. I was working as assistant editor, and I was one of those guys who was you can say I was in jeans and t-shirts, and
Very,
I was
very
not
casual.
conventional.
Uh-huh.
But I had the skills, and I could edit, and I had the leadership skills. So when he came over, when he was the editor, he was the boss. He had like thousands of people working under him. He came over and he made an assessment of all the employees and all the editors and workers. And whatever he saw within me, he came up to me and he gave me a promotion. And within few days, I became the deputy editor, and he called a meeting, and all the employees were there, and he said to all of them that now the rules have changed, and because of I am giving this position to Janisar because of his skills, editing skills. So now from now on, you have to follow his directions, and I don't care how he treats you, you have to respect him. And he is like boyish, and he's young, and you guys are, some of you are in
Older than-
50s and 60s. You have to bow before him, you have to respect him. So when he gave me that leadership role, I lived up to his expectations.
That's good.
And not only that, why I really admire him and why I really like him, we had arguments because he gave me a very senior position, a deputy editor with many employees working under you, and nobody's happy in a country like Pakistan. It's a very pressure intensive environment where you have so there's fight going on. Somebody is upset because they're not getting the raise. We would have arguments. And he would always give me the benefit of doubt.
It's like a fatherly figure to you. And you
But
are
he's a friend as well. He's
course.
63 years old, but we would have we would have clashes.
nice.
At the end of the day, he would say, Janisar, you're the boss. It's your department. So
and everybody will learn
At the
from
end
you.
of the day, you have to make the decision.
Exactly.
And I have to
You have to make
respect
the
that.
right decision.
We had we were through thick and thin.
Oh, good.
But
So
the
you're
respect
thankful to
I
him.
have for him, that's never gonna die.
Definitely. We should keep it in mind.
So, Salim Bukhari Saab, if you are hearing me, I love you with all my heart, and I will always look up to you as my friend, as my colleague, and as my boss.
Thank you, Jenny,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
You know, actually, the gratitude can transform the common days into Thanksgiving, turns routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunity into blessings. Let's take every day as a blessing. Aldo, tell me who you are very much thankful for your life in your family.
First and foremost, I would like to say to Janissar, I thought I was your favorite boss. But who I'm thankful for in my family?
In your family.
In my family, I have to say my mother. You know, my mother is, you know, in Islam, you know, heaven, Jannah is under your mother's feet. But outside of it, there is a couple of people that I've admired very much and have been very much influenced in my life. You have I have Don Pedro Viso Campos and a lot of people, but you know, one of the ones that I've been working with and actually has been a guide with me in many aspects has been Assemblyman Jose Rivera. Assemblyman Jose Rivera is going to be 80 years old.
He's a nice person, I see.
We go everywhere together.
You're thankful to him.
I'm thankful for him because he taught me on how to have sometimes
How to handle the community issues.
actually how to handle some of the politicians. He's taught me that and how to work and how to address communities and how to there's things that we learn from Islam and there's things that we learn how to deal with
the difficult times.
the government, the difficult times with the government body. You know, there's a different way. We actually, politics is different than Thanksgiving.
Of course.
But at the same time, he's someone I give the utmost respect. Someone has been there at times as a father figure, sometimes has been there
Big brother.
as a friend,
Yep.
big brother,
Yep.
and someone sometimes has been there to annoy me.
That's great.
But we love each other very much.
That's
I
great.
love his family. He loves my family, and you know, we're still going to continue working
That's
together.
good. We have to be thankful to work together. Otherwise, we cannot proceed.
Yes.
Sister Binte, other than your family, who you are thankful to in your achievements? I see that you're a very good person. I can tell, and also you are working with people. Means you have to be simple and natural, and you have to be very forgiving to everybody to work in the community. Who you are thankful to in your life?
Well, because time is of the essence, I'm going to keep it very short.
Uh-huh.
It's a very difficult question.
Exactly,
to
I know.
answer in such a long time.
Thank God
But-
nobody's asking me.
Exactly. But, you know, I would like to resume it into three things. The past, the present, and the future.
Uh-huh.
In the past, I'm very thankful to my sheikh because when I came to the United States, I was hit by different roads. Everything will come to you. You have to fight for identity. I was able to keep myself whole as a Muslim, black, African woman.
Exactly.
And alhamdulillah, because of the teachings of my sheikh. So I'm very thankful for him. In the present, I'm thankful for a man that I've seen work for his community. A man who has dedicated himself daily that I see as a witness. And a man that does not care about money, doesn't care about status, doesn't care about how the world views him, and is every day working for community issues, and that's Aldo Rafael Torres.
Oh, that's
And I
Thank you,
see
bud,
that.
sister.
So that's the present. We have to acknowledge ourselves. I'm also thankful for this moment of having beautiful insights of the Bengali community. For the future, I'm thankful. Very thankful for the people that I work with, that I've touched with my experience, that are giving me every day, because they are the one that is making JCBS Global what it's going to be for the future. So I'm thankful for them and the people that I don't know
Of
yet
course.
that will continue
Maybe
to
you're going
bless
to come
me
to your life.
with the experience.
Thank you, Binte. That's so great.
Jazakallah
That's so nice to hear. I'll go to Antara, Ambia Antara আপা। আপনি কার কাছে ফ্যামিলি বাদে অন্য কার কাছে আপনি খুব থ্যাঙ্কফুল আপনার জীবনের সাকসেসের জন্য? জানি আপনি অনেক প্রত্যেক মাসে চড়াই উতরে পার করে আমরা আসি, বাট আপনি অনেক আমি জানি আপনার অনেক অ্যাচিভমেন্ট আছে, আপনি অনেক পুরস্কার পেয়েছেন সরকারিভাবেও, এখানে এসে আপনার প্রতিষ্ঠান আছে, তা আপনি আমাকে বলবেন যে আপনি কার প্রতি আপনি অনেক থ্যাঙ্কফুল আদার দ্যান ফ্যামিলি বাদে আর কার কাছে?
আমার এখানে থ্যাংক ইউ সবচেয়ে বেশি মনে হয় শুনলে আমার একসঙ্গে আপা
আচ্ছা
আমাকে খুব বেশি উনি হয়তো প্রকাশ করেন না, আমি অনুভব করি। এটা হয়তো বা আমার জন্য ওনার সামনে বলাটা ঠিক না, কিন্তু আমি তারপরেও অনেকে আছেন যারা আমাকে অন্যান্যভাবে মানসিকভাবে কিংবা আমার কাজের ক্ষেত্রে আমার বস অনেক একজন ভালো মানুষ ছিলেন। আমি ওনার অফিস থেকে অন্য জায়গায় জব নিয়েছি, উনিও ভালো মানুষ। আমি ওনাদের সবাইকে থ্যাঙ্কস মনে করি। যেমন আমার বস মনে হয় উনি বাঙালি ছিলেন, কিন্তু খুব মনে হয় যেন উনি আমার কাছে এখনো মনে হয় একজন ফেরেস্তার মতো মানুষ।
আচ্ছা
খুবই ভালো একজন মানুষ ছিলেন। তো ওনার ওখান থেকে কাজটা আমি ছেড়ে দিলাম, দিয়ে আমি আরেক জায়গায় যেখানে জয়েন করছি, এটা আমেরিকান একটা কোম্পানি। এটাও ওনার বস আমার খুব ভালো মানুষ, ওনাকেও আমি থ্যাঙ্কস আমি ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি। আর সর্বশেষে আমি বলি যে আপনাকেও আমি ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি, আপনি আমার একজন ভালো একজন শুভাকাঙ্ক্ষী, এবং মজুমদার ভাইও আমার একজন শুভাকাঙ্ক্ষী। উনি আমাকে যথেষ্ট অ্যাপ্রিসিয়েট করেন, এটার জন্য আমি খুব গর্বিত। আর উনি সবাইকেই আমি ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি যে এই স্টুডিওতে এসে আমি আমার কথাগুলো বলতে পারলাম। থ্যাঙ্কস সবাইকে, থ্যাঙ্কস সবাই, সব মানুষ শুভাকাঙ্ক্ষী সবার জন্য।
That's great.
You know what?
Exactly. Yeah.
If you allow me,
Yeah. Sure.
I just remember something. Somebody asked greatest philosopher of the world, Socrates, who is the most important person in
Exactly.
your life.
Yep.
He answered like this. The most important person is he or she who is with you at the given time.
Exactly.
I think
Who is with you?
and he
Of
defeated
course,
all of us.
that's definitely
So
true.
You guys who are us
with
right
you
now
at the right
is
time.
the most important person.
That's very important. Yep. We are all like gratified. We're all thankful to each other. Gratitude is the inward feeling of kindness received. Thankfulness is the natural impulse to express that feeling. Thanksgiving is the following of that impulse. We're all thankful to God first, our family, our friends, everybody around us. Okay. So next time, if I get a chance next year again, I'm going to ask you guys first how you cook the turkey or the mashed potato or anything else. How you process it. Do only the women cook or then you guys cook too? So we're going to ask
in
next
my
time.
culture, the men cook. Men cook and women cook.
Oh, exactly. That's good. So we're going to enjoy the dinner in a few, and happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.